So we're running up this river that's really wild, really fast moving. And as we're climbing our way up, the sections are getting steeper and steeper. The waves are getting bigger. The mountains are coming down into the side of the river, steep. There's no eddies, there's no relief on either side. We come around a section and we see these standing wall of waves that's set in fog and we can't see anything. So we pulled over for a minute to get our bearing. We climbed out, we flew the drone, and we saw that we're within about a half mile from the lake. When the cloud lifted, we decided that we had a good enough line that we saw from the rock that we were standing, our vantage point, that we were going to try it. So we hop back in the boat, and this video starts with us trying to make the ascent of that final section into the lake. Moving up it, we move over to the left, find a little bit of soft water, and when we get up past a couple of these rocky obstacles, we find ourselves parked on a rock right below this sort of primary pour over where the waves are pretty gnarly. In the back of our heads, we're thinking, no one's ever done this before. We know there's been a couple boats that are aluminum that have been swamped on this river before. We have a real discussion whether or not this is a scouting mission or whether or not we're going to go for it, and we decide, for solidarity's sake, to turn around. So we shimmy off the rocks. We use some of these branches to pull ourselves down. We're a little bit concerned about how this raft is going to handle through some of the larger waves that we came up through. Ourselves in a position where we feel safe. So for a brief second, we consider trying that far side again. Then we stick our nose in the current, we flip around, start heading home. After the first couple turns, the raft feels really stable. The flow is really positive. There aren't any washing machines that want to hold us there. We don't feel like anything's going to flip us over. As long as we're moving a little faster than the current, we feel pretty comfortable smashing through a couple of these waves and seeing how it feels. It's kind of a good opportunity to see what your raft's going to do in fast-moving current and pretty big waves. So we're running downhill, and there's a section where we have to cross this log. We go over the log, and immediately the rear quarter tube goes flat. And we pull over to the side, hop out, and then we investigate what's going on. So we decided to see if we could run down, thinking it was just an air puncture. And as we got back into flow, the boat had a hard time getting on step. And I realized pretty quickly that the whole tube was full of water. Decided to pull over and search for that puncture a little bit more and see how severe it was. So upon further inspection, we have a 16-inch long gash with a 4-inch T-hook. We decided the best thing to do is to try to use our brace and the D-handle on the tube and an NRS strap to try to hold it up. Hoping that my custom frame is going to help hold the sidewall up and keep water out as we're going downhill. Also, instead of catching water inside the tube, I invert the cone so that it's pushing water out. So we're not really sure what to expect here. We're thinking maybe with that rear quarter tube gone, it's going to take a second to get up on step, so bow man climbs forward and get ballast. As soon as I hit that throttle, it rockets up on step in a couple boat lengths, and we're cruising downstream at full speed, with what feels like almost no speed loss to what we had before. Running on that floor is amazingly stable. It's got good turns. The sidewall is really stable. It's attached to the frame in a way that's letting no water in. It's not bouncing or rimming in the water at all. And as we're going downhill, we get the opportunity to sort of lean into a turn. And as we do, the boat holds it. It doesn't blow it out, doesn't wiggle. It just speaks a lot to the versatility of these boats, that you've got 5 air chambers. You can tear one out completely. You don't even have to do a infusion